Hey everybody, this is Jyricos, and welcome back to The Cave. Last time, we saw how little the adventurer cared for her companions. This time, we're going to be seeing into the darkness of the twins. And if you've looked at them at all in this game, you already know there's some creepy stuff going on. How creepy? Oh, just wait.
I feel a caution is in order, for we are about to enter a very grim part of our journey this evening. Grim not because of the atrocity we're about to witness, but because of who is going to commit it. I speak of those darling children, the twins. Watch, but don't be afraid to avert your eyes, especially if you yourself are a parent, and you enjoy making soup.
Oh, just the creepiness. So, we've got a pile of bones. We've got some stuff to explore down here. The problem is, if we keep going down further, well, we get a cave painting, but we can't actually progress past the guard dog here. So we're going to have to head back around and find another way through. I love the dark atmosphere in here. We've got the bats, the bioluminescent mushrooms. We'll head back up, climbing, and this time we'll go up from here. When we do, you'll notice a series of gate switches. We have to trigger all three of them at once to open the gate. The problem is, once the gate's open, you have to keep holding the switches to keep it open. And, you can't just pass through it. Unless you're the twins. So, the twins' specialty is to actually create a sort of ghost clone of themselves. It holds the switch. We can get through. And we're on to the next section.
You don't want to know the building permit hell I went through to build that thing down here. It does have walk-in closets. It's those small touches that make the difference when it comes time to put it on the market.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna buy this house, dude. Anyway, we jump across to the right, and you'll start seeing details of this, large house. Go inside, and we're in the twins' house. Now, I said at the start, their whole point is they just want to go outside. So, let's go to the front door where Dad is.
Terribly sorry, loves. I can't let you go out and play with your friends until you've had your supper. Your mum's making your favorite. Sausage and tater soup.
Okay, that doesn't actually sound very good. But grab the umbrella from near him. We're going to need that. And let's go exploring. If you head all the way to the bottom, come to a locked door where the dog food is in the cellar. That'll be important later. But the next level up, ground floor, is where you'll find Mummy!
Oh, quiet down! You don't want to disturb the dear twins. Sounds like the nice little doggy of yours is famished. Would you two be dears and go fetch him his dog food?
We could, but we can't get into the cellar. So we know there's something we have to do with the dog food, but that's going to have to wait. We've also got a faucet here. This is probably, in my opinion, the most intricately laid out of the levels, and I kind of like it for the confusion of figuring out what to do. I will say this is the one that took me the longest to solve the first time I played the game. Now, we head up above the dad. We've got a little sitting room here. More stuff to find as we go. A locked door. Living room. Can't get in there. Might have to approach that a different way.
A beautiful house in the cultural heart of Victorian London. Two loving and caring parents. What could children want more? Apparently what they desire most is freedom. Freedom from bedtimes and chores. Freedom to run wild with no one to hold them back. We're about to see what happens when two adorable children snap.
Oh, okay. That line always sends a little bit of a shiver down my back. So we got another door that's locked we can't get through. Gonna have to eventually find a way to get through these doors. Anyway, keep heading up. And to the right, another door that's locked, except this time there's a key on the other side. That's gonna be important. Now we've got Chuck the Plant. I'm pretty sure this is a throwback to an old game that Double Fine or the people behind it made, Ron Gilbert. And we got a fuse box and a dumbwaiter that we can't use yet. Now we've made it all the way to the top, and this is the reason we brought the umbrella, because with it we can open the attic. And I love the cave painting inside the painting frame. Now I've got a loose floorboard. That's probably going to be important. Go ahead and push this box, grab the fuse. Come on. Yeah, I love that it actually turns the light off there. It did tie it to something. We head on through, and the loose floorboard gets in our way. We need to get rid of that floorboard in the way. First thing first, as we go back down, go ahead and put the fuse in the box. We're going to have to use that dumbwaiter to get around. And nope, not far enough down. Here's where we want to be, back on ground level by Mummy. And grab a hammer from a tool chest. Yes, Mummy and her pot of soup. Now, because we have the hammer, we can go hammer down that loose floorboard. Well, what do you know? The kids are actually doing something helpful. They're doing home renovations. I'm sure this can't be all bad. Can it? Oh, just wait and see. Now we head back up to the right. And there we go, back up top. Oh, I need to push it a little to the right because it's in the way. There we go, hammer it down the floorboard. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen with this.
Ouch! There goes the fine china.
Yeah, maybe something bad will happen. Now you have to actually wait for it.
Ooh, there goes the broken china.
Oh. Poor parents and their china in a box. Oh, it's not a great box. Now you have to keep pushing this all the way down until we get it as low as possible. God, that noise. Once you get it on a ramp, just keep, back away from it and let it sort of gravity take hold. Because if you actually get in front of it, it will crush you and kill you, counting as a death against you if you're trying to do a no-death run. Push it to the left. Yeah, let's see. Can I actually... Oh, I want to actually get in front of it to show it off. Oh, well, that worked. It landed on me. Wow, it sent me way back up there. I was not anticipating that much of a setback. Anyway, we've reached this point. Now, push the box all the way to the left. And this is going to seem a little counterintuitive, but we need to send it up the dumbwaiter. Yep, we brought it down, and now we're taking it back up. Just push along.
Are you kids building a fort? Oh, that's so cute.
So once it's in the place here in front of the dumbwaiter, pull the switch and take it all the way up to the 3rd floor. Just keep holding it until it reaches 2, and then pull it again. There we go. Sends it to the 3rd floor.
What was that crash I heard upstairs?
Sounds like it's been delivered to the 3rd floor. Now what we want to do, pull the dumbwaiter switch and create a clone. This will open up the dumbwaiter so we can run. Oops. I forgot a step. Yeah, we have to actually take it to the 3rd floor, and then we have to move it out of the way. Otherwise, it will just bring it back down. Alright, Good, there we go. Now it's going to the 3rd floor. Let's climb on up back there and see what our handiwork has done. I'm going the wrong way. We'll head on up and check out where that box was delivered. Here we are. Yeah, the 2nd floor is actually right below this. It's inside that locked room, so we can't do anything with that. Push the box out of the way to the far left. This is how you'll get up and out. We don't want to go there yet, though. And yeah, the reason we had to do that is because when we were pushing it, it came right here and went straight down. That was the only way to get it into this room. Now, we'll need to actually go back down and use the dumbwaiter ourselves, since now there's not a box that'll appear and crush us. I can't believe I forgot to move the box. That's one of the silliest deaths that can occur. Here we go. And it will take us up to the 2nd floor. So now we're inside Mom and Dad's room. And we have their bed. Let's hop on the bed.
I might be going out on a limb here, but I don't think those kids are as sweet and innocent as their pasty white skin and vapid, soulless eyes devoid of life would suggest.
You get the trophy, Such Bad Children. There's actually 2 different points in this level where you can get it. The first is for breaking the bed here, and the second I'll point out when we get to it. Now we open their bedroom door and take the empty chamber pot. We're going to need to fill it with water. Just trust me on this. You want to do this before you head on to the next section. So, head back down toward the main level. And if you remember, this little ladder here leads you to a faucet. And we fill it up with water. So we now have full chamber pot. Thankfully full of just water. Now once again, we're climbing all the way back up to the 3rd floor, which is actually like the 5th floor, because this house is weird. So, let's go on up there. Now we can head on out, and you'll climb these. You actually could go this way without the chamber pot, but trust me, you'll reach a dead end if you don't bring it with you.
The smell of rotting sewage floating in the Thames, thick industrial smoke choking the air, and horse manure piled high on every street corner. Ah, it must be springtime in London.
I love this view. It's creepy, it's dark, it's very fitting of the twins. Head across the roof and you'll see a chimney. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if you try to go down, there's too much smoke, it will choke you, you'll fall and die. So, instead, pour the chamber pot down to put out the fireplace fire. And now, come on, let me go down. There we go.
I'd make a Mary Poppins joke right now, except that it's not in the public domain, and I don't want to get sued. Again.
I love that, again. And here we enter that locked room with the skeleton key. This is going to be, well, our key to freedom, if you will. So, unlock that door, and now we can finally...
the twins have the run of the house now. What kind of mischief will they get into next?
As I was saying, we can finally explore the house properly, including opening the living room door. And here is where the fireplace was, so because we put the fire out, we're good. Now, you'll notice a bookshelf. If you interact with it 3 times...
Look, I don't want to stereotype here, but has there ever been a set of twins that weren't evil?
You'll knock it down, and this will also get you that trophy if you didn't break the bed. So, here we've got one more cave painting to find, nice and hidden in there. And we've got the key to get out, but the dad is still blocking the door.
If you stay inside without a fuss, I'll buy you each another pony.
Oh, brother. So, what we have to do now is actually get the dog food for the dog. And here we're finally going to bring our other party members into play. Let's bring along, we'll do the adventurer. Remember down where we saw the guard dog before? Let's head down and take a look over there and grab a bone. I think we grabbed a femur. Yep. This is going to be helpful. Before anything else, you come close, you'll see the dog's just hanging out there. You tease him with the femur. But we don't want to do that right now. Let him sleep. We've got the dog food. Let's actually feed the dog. They've done some good things. They've done some bad. Let's do another good thing. Give him some food. When you do that, he comes running. And you specifically then go by him and you can drop down. Now if we head to the left, we've got switches. We can't get through the gate yet. But if we head to the right, we get to go under the house. And there's a steam valve. Maybe that'll be useful in a minute. First, let's head to the right and look even further under the sewer. I honestly can't remember if there's anything hiding back here. No, there's not yet. We'll take care of that in a minute. So, I'm going to park her by the steam valve. You'll see this is directly under the cellar. Alright, twins have fed the dog. He's nice and happily asleep. Now we need to go down, and here's where the story gets dark. If we head through the door in the cellar and head further on,
we have now reached the grimmest part of our grim story. For that small box shoved into the corner is the ticket out of this house for the twins. Let's watch, shall we? If you dare.
Now the trick is, that is some hot steam blowing out. So you need to turn off the valve with the character below.
Rat poison. You know, if one were to examine this box of rat poison carefully, the instructions would read, "One small thimbleful added to food will cause intense, horrifying, and excruciating death. Side effects include tingling, blurred vision, occasional dryness of the mouth, and getting to go outside and play."
Oh, brother. So, yeah, you see what their evil plan is. Now, the question is, how are they going to be able to do it? So we head over to Mom.
Oh, dear. Oh, this soup is for us, not the rats. Oh, go play with that rat poison somewhere else.
Go play with that rat poison somewhere else. So they think they're just innocent little kids, trying to help out. It's like, oh no, you don't do that here. So what we have to do is distract the mom. So that is why we got the dog bone. Wave it in front of the dog.
Please, stop your barking. You know how much the twins hate that barking. Soup is ready and it smells delightfully delicious. Why don't you two darlings go wash up for dinner? Don't take too long or we might start without you.
Yeah, you have to distract her so she's not looking, and then you put rat poison in the soup. And it just, oh, it's so bad. Oh, it even calls it poison soup now. Yeah, so head up to the faucet. Wash your hands.
Doing as they're told? The twins might be turning over a new leaf. You see, this is why I never had kids. Well, that and being a cave with no real form of reproduction. But that's beside the point. The point is, the twins, well, I don't know if there is a point to their madness. But they may find their newfound freedom comes at a cost greater than they're capable of imagining. And as with the rest of our travelers, and perhaps even you, I guess only time will tell. Shall we continue our journey? It's been so enlightening thus far. Ooh, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah. Oh. It's downright disturbing. So, they've managed to get their freedom, though, so grab the skeleton key, head on up the stairs, and they're finally able to go out the door. And they head to the right to progress on. Oh, whoops, they fell and died. Serves you right. Now. And to the right is the time traveler section, so it would bring your characters over here to progress if she was with you, but if not, you continue to the left here, and it'll bring us right past the steam valve. So, yeah, that's where that underground passage goes. Let's go ahead and run to the left, and our companions join us. And we get a couple of gate switches, just like how we entered this area to start. Pull these switches, and leave the femur. We don't need it. And this time, you don't actually have to hold the switch with the ghost ability. That's gonna do it for this episode. We've had our creepy twins do just an absolutely atrocious action. But hey, they wanted their freedom at any cost. Next time, we're gonna explore another of the bonus characters, the scientist. And what she will do is going to be, if anything, even worse. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. I'll see you guys next time.